Cobra Kai fans, we know that Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2 had some of the craziest fights, especially the main big brawl end of Part 2, which also resulted in the death of Kwon Jae Sung, which was so insane. And we do know that one fight that happened right before the brawl even took place was Robby Keene versus Axel Kovacevic, which gave us a very interesting dynamic with what was to come with the first semi-final that really showed us if Miyagi-Do can go all the way. Now in today's video we're going to be talking about the new part 3 footage because Axel and Robby have their rematch. This isn't leaked footage, this is official from Netflix, and it was featured in the second episode of Inside the Dojo, and it was part of the coming in part 3 segment, and it does show them facing each other once again, but not in Barcelona but at the All Valley Sports Arena. As you can see, the flag here is the All Valley Sports Arena banner. We also have a moment with Axel and Robby which definitely showed us their capabilities, with Axel being very dominant on defense and attack. He's very formidable, and Robby, although was being dominated in the fight, once he had his defense on, he was also formidable. He's definitely the underdog in this fight because Axel is the current champ and they are the reigning champions, so it's going to be interesting how this will go into part 3, and with this crazy head kick that Robby does to Axel, it might even be the first point that someone lands on Axel in a fight. Perhaps Robby will get quite a few on him. As much as I'm worried for Robby, he can definitely hold his own, but he's going to have to do everything in his power to stop Axel. This is why I also believe that Robby will try and use a new Miyagi-Do technique. Perhaps he really emphasizes how much he needs his victory, even if they have to get their hands a little dirty, as they can see what Axel can do. Imagine if they were all in on this, and imagine if he was to use a Miyagi-Do technique to face Axel. I don't think he would use the pressure points, but if he did use a technique, it would make sense, especially how difficult it is to fight Axel. And Robby needs an edge. He needs a way of overcoming Axel, because even if this fight doesn't end in a good way, he needs to wear down Axel, and I believe him fighting Miguel right afterwards is going to be a very interesting story, because if Robby really wears him out and does enough damage and Miguel finishes the fight, this will definitely end in a really good way for the Miyagi-Dos, because they don't just have Robby going against Axel. Or in a very metaphorical way, Miguel and Robby will have to beat him together. They would take two of them to fight him. Even a 2v1 would be interesting, but the most important victory right now for Robby is to beat Axel to get to the final. So what do you think about this? Let me know in the comments how you think this fight will go. How many points will Robby land? I think he's going to definitely get a few, but I'm also curious what kind of ways he's going to fight and how he's going to bring offense out, as Axel was very formidable. Hit the like button, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe now to Cobra Kai Nation for more videos on Cobra Kai Season 6. I'll see you in the next one.
You thought blah 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 was blah blah blah?